Welcome into Farming Simulator 25 with me, the Mid Life Simster. Thank you for joining me at Hutan, Pantai for episode 29. Here we are in May at the moment. In the last episode, a few things. It was a lot of filler, not much thriller, as they say. But we did get our goats, which is really cool. Really pleased with that. Not quite back-to-back recording. However, this is, well, it's now the 29th of December, so the day after I recorded. And I'm recording this about half an hour after episode 28 has gone live. Someone has already watched it and liked it. Whoever you are, bless you. Thank you. I can't explain how, as a new content creator, someone who, like, you know, it takes me several hours for, like, you know, to make an episode. By the time you look at actually recording it, you know, 30 to 45 50-minute episodes take roughly hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on what I'm doing in the episode. Then you've got the editing time and all the kind of messing around. Then you've got to kind of come up with the thumbnails and the titles and descriptions and all that. So, you know, like, all in is sort of like 3 hours an episode minimum. And then, you know, when you've got a young family like myself, time is kind of precious. So I kind of got to balance it where I'm not sacrificing spending time with the family over doing this, but at the same time, I'm very aware that if I want this channel to grow, that I've got to commit to it. So it's finding that sort of balance, and little things like that where someone watches it off the bat and then straight away there's a like on there. I can't tell you how, like, great a feeling it is. Honestly, thank you. And I think we're up to 80 subscribers now as well, so really chuffed with that. Again, if you have subscribed, thank you. If you've returned and you haven't subscribed or liked episodes, please do give it a bit of consideration, because it does make obviously a massive difference to me mentally. Raises my morale massively, but also really helps me understand that, you know, which way I need to be going with the series and the recordings and things like that. Additionally, from the last episode, when I was editing it, there was I felt that there was a lot of issues with the microphone kind of dropping in and out at certain pitches. Audio has been the hardest thing for me to get right, I think, when doing this series, because I'm not, you know, I haven't really got any understanding of it. I'm not, like, got a background in any of that sort of stuff, so I'm completely, like, YouTube led, and then just trying to understand it. And I wish there was a video that was out there for complete novices, because the stuff that there is out there is great, and there is some stuff that's kind of like, okay, yeah, if you want great audio, do this. Yeah, but why do that? Explain it to me, help me understand, so I can learn, and then I can then adapt it to my needs, because you know, everyone's voice is different, and, like, you know, we all, like, especially like doing things like this, your volume changes throughout the game. When I'm confused, I go quite quiet. When I'm excited, I go loud. You know, it's you know, there's things to take into account. So yeah, struggle with the audio, but hopefully it's a little bit better in this episode. I won't really be able to tell until I get to the editing stage. That's the problem. All the sort of testing off camera in the world, I can't really replicate this sort of thing. So hopefully the audio is better for you guys. In the last episode as well, so we were over there in that field mowing. I finished that off, and I've come over to this one now to get this one done. One thing you may or may not notice from previous episodes is I was moaning about the speed of the Macdon, because I couldn't get it to mow over 9 miles an hour. It is exactly as I said at the time, more to do with the engine size. Took it up to the shop to see how much a upgrade would cost. Turns out, and I'd forgotten about this, there's an issue with the Macdon pack, because you take it to the shop and you go into customize and you get a quote for increasing the engine size considerably. It will cost you £0. So if you buy when you're buying it, it'll cost you more to buy the bigger engine. But if you buy the smaller engine and then customize it and then upgrade it, it costs you nothing. Now, normally I avoid hacks like that when I'm playing the game. I quite like a realistic approach to an extent, or within reason. However, because Giants are still messing us around with the manure silo over there, we're going to call it even, and I'm going to have this one for free. So thank you very much, Giants. On that note, I've now removed the government subsidy signs from the farm. I've gone back over it. What was happening was every hour we were getting money coming in. I'm pretty sure that was because of the government subsidy signs. So they're like an hourly thing, not an overnight thing. I thought they were like a daily thing or a monthly thing. So removed them. It's really hard to work out if we're kind of at odds and evens, but I think we're just about there. If anything, I'd argue that we're still slightly behind what messing with that thing over there has cost me. But we're going to call it evens, especially with the Macdon hack that's brought me up to 15 miles an hour. So pretty happy with that. In this episode, things we need to do. So I'm going to start now, because of the amount of animals that we've got, I'm going to have to start making sure that we end every episode with going around the animals at night to make sure that they've got what they need overnight into the next month, simply because we can't be in a position where they are dropping out of their productivity and health and things like that. So that needs to change up a little bit. Gonna have a quick reminder to myself in terms of what I want to do with these grass fields, whether we need to turn them into hay or just keep them as grass. I'm thinking probably one of each, but I'll go and double check. So if I remember rightly, we've got a lot more of one than the other. We don't have any of the TMR making equipment yet, so there's not, I don't see much point in doing silage off one of these, but I think on the next grow that will be silage. We'll see how that sort of kind of pans out. And I was thinking, when I was mowing up and down over there very slowly at 9 miles an hour, getting annoyed, I was starting to think about things. And the reason we had this Macdon, and I bought it because it'll give us the additional yields, was I thought it would do the same for grass. If it's not going to do it for grass, it's pointless having it for mowing. It just I don't see it's too small. We got loads to do. It takes too long. The header is £30,000. Now, the things I think I need to prioritise next are a new tractor, but I want to buy new because I don't like the cost of having to constantly refurb old tractors. We're never going to be able to get what if I could buy what I wanted to buy, I'd buy one of the class tractors. So that would be my preference, because the cost of it is pounds per horsepower, like value for money. I think that 920 is the one to go with. I think that's a banging tractor, and I love class as well. I don't know why they're my favorite tractor in the game. I've got no idea why. It's not even as if it's like the color scheme fits what I do with my color scheme, but yeah, it's my go-to tractors. If I could afford it, that one. We're not going to be able to afford that for a little while, so that's got to be the kind of the longer game. If I'd have switched on when I first started playing this game, I would have spotted this tractor. This one, for 90,000 and 230 horsepower, is pretty impressive. Obviously, we're running the white at 160 at the moment, and it's very old. It definitely needs a service. Where is she? Right there. 160 horsepower. She's got 60 months on the clock. She's a bit of a dog. 232 hours of work and is at 92% broken. So we ain't going to get much for her by fixing her up and painting her, but we might get a couple of quid. However, I also think we should sell this header. I think we should fix it, sell it, and get some money back on it. Yeah, we'll make a loss, but that would give us then, let's say we'd have roughly £45,000 for the header and what we've got at the moment with the 11.8 in the bank. If we then sold our grey tractor and got a couple of grand for that, you know, we're going to be pushing up towards the 50. We could take £100,000 loan. So as in add to our loan, I should say, sorry. Because at the moment, where are we? Finances. We've got 50,000. So I allow myself to go up to 100. Then that would give us enough for the new tractor. And then if we sell some product, ideally the beams and stuff, then maybe, just maybe, we could then start pushing towards, by the time we need to recut the fields, where are we? Grassland, mowers. This guy, 70,000 for him and the front, so 84 for the two. Only because that would give us the swathing capability as well. So then for grass and silage, all we're doing is one run through. It's 10 meters wide. It would just be a bit of it just make life a lot easier. We can't, you know, we'd have the power with a 220 and 110. It'll be tight because I don't know whether the mower would be able to, technically it should be a 330, I'm guessing. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think, if I should do that or not, or if you've had experience of running that setup on a tractor that doesn't actually have that much of a power, that sort of power to the ratio. Because if that's right, if it says we need to run both at the same time and it would cost us 330 in power, then we're no good, and we'd end up having to have the class. There's no two ways about that. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I'm getting frustrated with the Macdon, because now to go up and down, up and down, up and down will just take an age with a baler. Now we could windrow it, yes, we're going to TED it anyway. I don't know, I don't feel like it's making sense at the moment, the grass header on the Macdon. If it ain't giving us a yield bonus, then what's the point? So that's sort of mentally where I'm at. But anyway, I'll nip up here now. I tell you what, I'll keep you guys with me until we find out, and we can remind ourselves of what we need up on the top here when we go and check the bales. Oatfield now is good to go, so we're just going to leave that well alone for a few months. That will sort itself out. Right. Oh no. You guys would not believe how much it has annoyed me and how long it's taken me to get back to this point. Dear, dear, dear me. I reckon 7 or 8 crashes, 3 of which I'd already done a bit more and it would crash out. Several of which I just load back into the game and it crashes as soon as I move and I'm up at the farm. And now it's done it, and I've recut both of the fields without any issues. I just don't understand. I don't get it. So it's going to be annoying. I'll try not to talk when I do it, so the edit will be better. But I will look to regularly save the game, and I've got the auto save back on as well. Some of it I won't be able to avoid, and you know, it'll be a right pain and be the editing, but hopefully we'll get there. So let's try again, shall we? Let's try and get back up to the farm and check the bale situation. Then we can make a decision on what we're going to do with these 2 grass fields. Where do we go? We got over the brow last time, didn't we, when it crashed? Come on. Okay, we've definitely gotten further, I think, than we did last time. Oh, what was that? I'm just scared. I'm scared of everything, you know. Yeah, this game. Ridiculous. Aye. Right, what were we doing? I'm like, honestly, this is taking me, like, all morning and afternoon. This is unbelievable. So frustrating. So frustrating. Right. Right. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, we left our bailout last time, didn't we? Because it fell off that other mod. Right, can I let's just throw you back in for now. Right, okie doke. Let's have a look here. So we've got loads of straw. We got 9,000 litres of hay and 7,500 litres bales. So we got 3 of the 7.5s. So okay. And we got 9 the 9s. So really, we just want to do just plain old grass, don't we? We're doing at least one field of pure grass, I think, yeah. If arguably not both. What are we going to do with you, old friend? Eh? What are we going to do with you? Do we keep you as a third tractor, no matter what? Just keep repairing you? Or do you call it a day? Right. Where is JD? Oh, you're still all the way over there, aren't you? Oh, dear me. And you're all the way down here. Oh, man. Lazy mid. I'll tell you what I do need to do when I get back to the farm is change the reg plate on this as well. Now that straw thing, actually, thinking about that, we're going to lose a straw bale out of there, but it's pointless having it because we're paying that monthly, aren't we? I hadn't thought about that, actually. Let me pull over before I crash. Sorry, just went a bit quiet because of the save. Hopefully I can edit that out. There. Yeah, £1,000 a month. What's the point? Return. Go away. No point keeping him around because we don't need to give him straw. So, if I drop off... Yeah, let's drop the fork off. Oh. Right, try again. This game, honestly, like... I want to love it. I want to love it so much, but it's just... breaking me at the moment. I just don't understand. I don't get why it's doing it. Oh, here we go. Now this is what it was doing the other day, where it goes crazy with the graphics. In cab, fine. It's got to be something to do with the farm. There's got to be something I've put on the farm that it doesn't like. Whether it's... I mean... I don't mean to be so negative, guys. I really don't. Oh, now it's going off its head because I'm in the wrong view again. Right, I'm just going to go and restart the system because that is what fixed the flashing issue last time. I'll be back in a sec. Okay. Last try. If this crashes again today, then I'm going to have a day off and we'll have to wait on the recording. Yeah, bad times. So, change the registration plate there. What I've also done is I deleted all the Christmas stacks. Not what I wanted to do, a bit earlier than I'd have liked to have done it. But ages ago when we were having this issue, I remember seeing somewhere that a potential issue was like, if you've got a lot of mods in the same space, or a lot of buildings in the same space, then that can cause a lot of issues. So maybe that isn't helping things. I mean, at this point, I'm open to try anything. So, hey ho. Right, I think just for the sake of my sanity, I'm I'm just gonna do... should we do hay? Because the cows eat more, arguably. Right, well this is going to be just a grass field. I'm just going to windrow it because it makes life a lot easier to try and get it all into the one space. Although this windrow is so small, it almost kind of begs the question, what's the point? Thought in my head for some reason it was bigger than this, but it's really not, is it? We're not having much of a day, are we? This is not going well today. Right, let's just see what impact it has going up and down the lines, and then I'll make a decision if it's even... It's basically bringing 2 into 1 in there. But by the time I'm going up and down anyway. If it was bringing 3, then it'd be worth it. But as it's only bringing in 2, what's the point? Because I gotta go up and down and just go up and down again. Well, I could just do the whole thing up and down in one go. Oh, mids. Dude. What a day. What a day. Oh, right. I'm going to speed cut this, guys. You don't need to watch this. So, trying to find some relaxing, chill out music that'll hopefully soothe the nerves. Do not crash, game. So we will bale up that first field, be done with it with pure grass, and then I'll take the tedder down. No, you're not overtaking me, mate. I'm on the mood. And then I'll take the tedder down and sort the other field out. Ted that, windrow it, which would be the faff. I could have left the windrower down there. And then bale all that for hay. And we'll be somewhere. I've lost all track of time because I've had to do so many starts and stops. I feel like I've been playing this for about 8 hours today. I've probably got about 25 minutes of content. So, please, Giants, please fix this. Please. Honestly, at this point, I have absolutely no idea how long this episode is going to be. I don't know whether this is going to have been a speed cut, and from the last time I spoke to you to now will be a matter of seconds for you guys, or whether it's actually going to be like a musical edit and a full cut, or a musical speaker. I just don't know. The amount of crashes and issues I've had, and then amount of times I've had to like stop and save the game, and just to make sure. Honestly, what an absolute farce of a situation. Right, what's this? What is this bale doing? Come on. Hopefully that's okay. Just going to drop these into the water buffalo. If I use the kind of speed up cut, then what you would have seen is at one point me messing around with Dalton the dog and going over to see the water buffalo. That's because the family have been out this morning, leaving me to it. So I made the opportunity to try and get some quick filming done, although I spent basically most of my day sat in front of this screen. Yeah, they came home, and yeah, the eldest wanted to come and see Ketchup and Dalton the dog, so had to do that. Dad duties. Right, if I just drop you over there. So how much? There we are. I can't get rid of that one because I was talking over the top of it. How much food do you guys have now? So you've got 31,000. So maybe if I drop 2 more into you, then we can basically just leave you alone for a month or two then, hopefully. If you guys did see it, then I started off initially doing the baling properly, or semi-properly, by just kind of poking them and chucking them onto the trailer, and letting the trailer auto sort them, which was fine. But then it got so messy and so just all over the shop trying to pick them up. And with everything that's been going on, I just thought I just don't have time or the patience at this point to do this. So I stopped and cheated and just used the easy method of driving the trailer straight at the bales and letting it pick them up of its own accord. And unfortunately, I'm going to do the same again in a minute, because I've had an absolute fillful of this game today. It's just so frustrating. It's really frustrating, and I don't want to be negative about Giants, because I talked in the last episode about, like, you know, value for money, the amount of hours. I think I'm on 76 hours of gameplay now, just on this series alone, and that's not including all the kind of mod stuff I've done and my own sort of save games that I've got in the background. You know, and when you break that down, then it's okay, well, how much have I spent buying the game to then get that in, like, hours? You know, divide that cost of the game versus, I don't know, like 150 hours, 200 hours, whatever. You know, it's nothing, is it? It's pennies. It's pennies per the hour, which is amazing. But the problems with the game are so overwhelming that it just overpowers the positives right now. When it's bad, it's so bad, and that's, to me, that's unacceptable. And I wouldn't mind so much if AI understood it a little bit, like it was to do with the mods, and if we played base game, they would assure us that it wouldn't keep happening, but that's clearly not going to be the case. Or B, giants like media weren't like selling the season pass and harping on about green beans and whatnot, when the majority of their customers are on there, just the comments are just lighting them up about fix the game, fix the frames per second, fix the bugs, do that, you know. And it kind of feels like it's just a little bit of burying their head in the sand. And I'm sure it's not. I'm sure if you go on the right forums and whatnot and you speak to the right people, then that won't be the case. But, and you know, they gave us 2 patch updates within the first month of release, and that's you know, from my understanding, that's quite rare. But I don't know, it's hard, man. It's hard work being positive about this when it's this buggy and difficult. I do this every episode. What month do I sell the eggs in? I may even have done this episode in my mind already and forgotten. November. Right. Fine. So get those out the way. Chuck them further there. What were they selling at? Peak. So 4,000 to 4.25 per pallet. Or what we got? 28, 32, 33, maybe 34 grand's worth of eggs there. Not bad, is it? Not bad. Right. Now I want to leave you behind, please. Thank you. Right. It is cheating, but I'm gonna use the easy way of doing it because I can't stomach the thought of trying to go around that field picking all those bales up. I know. It's not right, but I've been sat here genuinely. I'm trying to work it out, and I mean, it has to be 5 hours sorting this out, but maybe it's 5.5 hours. Maybe even 6 hours with the time it took me to sort the sort of microphone out, do the test recordings beforehand, do a little bit of editing so I could upload then the last episode. Yeah, because I uploaded the last episode just before midday at 12 and I started playing about half hour after that. So I've been sat here playing this or trying to make this episode for 3.5 hours, and I'd imagine with the cuts, with the speed edits and stuff, it's probably only going to be about 35-40 minutes. Again, it's not masses going on either. That's the most frustrating thing. I feel like I'm really letting you guys down because it's like, what content can I put in this at the moment? We've got everything under control. I'm going to bring that tractor over to sort out our second grass field. I put that on a worker to do the to roll it, so we had the there's a save I can't edit out as well, to put the second state of fertilizer on it, so you can see that there. So that's sorted. So once we now go and pick all these guys up, 15 grass bales we had, and I forgot to look at what we had from hay, but I think it was 12, was it, or 13, something like that, give or take on both, because I know we started this field with half a bale in the baler from the previous field, and I can't remember what was in the baler at the start when we did the grass field. So give or take, that is, but pretty happy with that. That should see us on, should see us through for quite some time. Right, they're all on there. Good stuff. Let's get this trailer off here and out of the way. We've got the 2 bales down there for the cows. They're all good. Ah, look at that. The straw bale did left behind when I returned the bale shredder. So that's good. Right. I wait to see what these trees look like. Oh, wait, honestly, knowing my luck, they'll just cause no end of crashes because it'll be too much stuff in one place altogether. There's a part of me that wants to make like another series instead, or like a secondary series on the American map on Riverbed Springs, and do, oh, look at that! What What's the matter? What on earth is that? This game. All because I put you on a worker. Like, please sort your life out. Ugh. Like today, I don't know why, I feel like the rendering's really bad as well. I don't know if you guys picked that up, but that kind of flickering on that field next to us there as I move the camera, as I move the right stick, it's like the render, it flickers really badly. Ah, giants. What have you done to us? Right, please, just let me get at the farm, please. Oh, lordy, what was I saying then? Yeah, you know, it does make me think, okay, well, should I just start a second series maybe with purely base game stuff, Riverbed Springs, and see if that makes a difference. But from what I can see, even base game is crashing a lot for people, so it can't be that. Yeah, just very frustrating, very frustrating. Right, let's drop these off by here. Unload bales. Oops. Let's actually select the trailer. And then I move you slightly forward. Superb. Knock your lights off. Let's have a little look at you. So that should put us in a position now. Nice and healthy. So we got 11,000 litres. So a lot of straw. Plus another 11,000. That's why did it separate them then? So that's 11,000 litre bales. So that is an absolute tump load of straw. Hay, we have 9,000 litre bales, and grass we have 7,500 litres. So we are laughing on that front. So that's really good. Let's have a little look here. So animals. We have sheep, plenty of water, loads of grass, and 1,300 litres of wool. When is the season time to sell wool? Let's have a little look-see. Come on. Wool. Oh, now, basically. Only sell it 3,469. I mean, for the sake of 3.5 grand, it ain't worth running the one pallet down there. So we'll just let it build up, and we'll take it this time next year. We should have loads, hopefully. Oh, certainly not. I say loads, but we'll have considerably more than what we do now. Right. So that's the sheep sorted. The baby cows. Oh, you guys need some grass, don't you? Right. Okay. Let's jump off here. Where are we? Grass. Drop those two there. Jump in here. Detach our trailer. And then we shall... Let's have a look here. Pick these up now. See if we can do this properly this time. Right, so let's register the full bale. Click on that. There we go. So now it's got it. 15,000 litres of grass registered on the forks. I think it's clearly me using the mod a little bit all over the shop. But there we go. And then drop you off as well. I mean, that should be plenty for them, surely. We got 11,000 litres of meadow and 19,000 litres grass. So, and they're only dutty, so they should be pretty good. Where's Callie? Hey girl. What up? Yeah. Still haven't really used this thing yet. But just because we haven't got the pit. It just isn't worth it at the moment. That might come soon. But not yet. Last but not least, sheep we sorted out earlier, so we know they're good. So plenty of grass there. Happy days. Sorry, sheep. I said I saw sheep barn. Oh, put your teeth in. I saw sheep barn then and said sheep tonight, but it's actually the goats. So yeah, they're fine. Sort of them in no dramas. Chickens. I've got still 2,000 litres of food, so they should be absolutely fine. And then finally, we just sorted them out. The hay for our water buffalo. That's wicked. Our colleague is down the bottom field at the moment sorting out the rolling on that, so that'll be good for us there. There's nothing else to do with these fields. We are now just waiting to start harvesting, aren't we? So we'll be looking at oats in July, and then our barley should be roughly the same. Oh no, barley we can do next month. Yes, cool. Bit of farming at last. So we can go and get all our barley and see what we're looking at in terms of chicken feed for the year. Let's have a look. Yeah. Out of interest, I just want to see how much we've got. I mean, we've still got 33,000 litres of wheat left. So we've got an absolute tumbler. So that can now, wheat could in theory go at its best, was it 11.85 per 1,000 litres? And then barley, there's not much in it, is it? 11.04, but I think you get more barley, just about. But chicken feed, we are laughing, and we can just keep one of those two, probably the barley chicken feed, if we get that much more of it. And then we can use the wheat then to potentially make either tumblers of flour or sell it and try and get a bit more profit. Because what I'd like to do now is bring in either another production or I'd like to do, if I'm honest, I'd really like to do another crop. I'm still kind of thinking about the poplar and doing that. I've never done the poplar bales before, so I'm wondering if maybe we could get enough money, 120,000 for that field. You know, that might be the next expansion. Don't know, maybe we could come this way, go after, what's that, corn, is it? And then we're picking up that field there, or is that, I don't think, is that canola? Yeah, canola at the top there, 33. The issue with 33 is 180,000, and then the issue with 29 is 265. So, you know, a lot of money for those guys, whereas down here, we're you know, it's a lot more manageable for us. Could even look at up here, like, you know, this small field. If we turned that into a poplar field, just pure space there for poplar, that'd be pretty cool there. 75,000 right next to the shop. That's too expensive for us. This is the little cove one, isn't it? So, I mean, you know, again, we could do that one, couldn't we? We could sort that out. What's in there now, though? Is that... What is that? Guessing parsnip, is it? Oh, dear. I mean, you know, hard work to deal with the parsnip side of things, but, you know, if we were to hire a parsnip, one of the machines that would be able to pick up the parsnips for us, it's a lot of money. But where are we? So it's going to be, what am I not seeing? That just does the beetroots. Ah, right, okay. So these guys are guys that need to do the pallets. Then you've got this guy then that can hold a little bit. He can hold 5.5 cubic meters. Then you got this monstrosity at 637. I don't know if he can even hold anything, can he? I mean, he must be able to with a... Oh, is he one of the ones that you like pull it out the ground and drop it straight off the bat? Yeah, so maybe we'd have to go with him. And then just run right next to it so we could regularly unload it. And, you know, if we could then find a harvesting contract for parsnips, that might work, wouldn't it? Because we could loan that machinery and then do a like a parsnip contract. When's parsnips? Planting now, August. Yeah, okay, might be something to consider. Sort of expanding the farm up in this direction then. Should be interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think, because you know, I'd like you guys that you know, if you've been kind enough to like and subscribe, then you guys should be, you know, having an influence on where we're going with all of that. So yeah, look, it's been an incredibly frustrating episode. For what it's worth, I think I'm going to call it a day. If you are still here, and you haven't already done so, said, please do consider giving this a like and a follow. And a subscribe. And until next time, don't be frustrated with the game. Be happy, stay safe, and we'll speak again soon. Take care.